So the cub had her... You... You've been doing good. The glory of the great Khan. You've been doing good things. Well then.
True to Kaiser.
I heard you try to convince Papa Khan. You want to convince Papa not to out. He's fixated on restore. Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not. If you can convince all of us that... I have my doubts about Caesar, yeah. You'd have to talk to them, but those two have... Ah, Melissa. Carl talks prettily about the honor and the...
Carl's been in a shitty mood since that big explosion at the fort.
If I knew who killed Kimball, I'd buy him a drink.
It's good to have you. Papa can be a stubborn man. Papa is one of the best leaders the Khan...
Thank you for visiting New Vegas. Have a nice day.
An entire... If you say so. That... You did a... This gadget I'm handing you is called an O... Take the module to the El Dorado sub... I'll use the...
Stay out of the control room.
The combat I seen lately was shooting some.
Move along. The recent disturbance at the Tops has been...
Don't you love seeing the luck? 2. Exciting news! The Legion's massing troops in a... It turns out there are 2 ways you could route the dam's power output to the facility under fortification. That'll wake up the Securitron army you left on stand. The other option is destroy the dam's generators without... You don't have to decide yet. For now,
been resolved. Do not be... You must get to the control room and install the override chip.
That'll activate a certain army of... Yes! I'm unlocking the East Power...
Stop right there. No one is allowed into the control room.
There you are.
You are the courier Lord Kaiser. My army has been ready for you. And who is this before me in the colors of the Legion? You rely too much on the... Then when I return, man of... But I... Perhaps it is unfortunate Wolpes was not... Until the...
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen... And... Could you... And, guess it ain't no secret how you, I say... I would... Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you've been far enough west. You want me to... Yeah, but I wasn't expecting... Hell. I know what those... So if NCR... What the hell?
You did a super job. I didn't want to make a... I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will... So that's what I'm going to be doing. And it's... I've updated the Securitron's targeting parameters. So that's where I'll be. We accomplished a lot together. It was fun.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Goodsprings cheated death once again, and the Mojave Wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR from Hoover Dam, securing New Vegas's independence from both factions. With Mr. House out of the picture, part of the Securitron army was diverted to the Strip to keep order. Any chaos on the streets was ended. Quickly. Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life. New Vegas assumed its position as an independent power in the Mojave. Preferring neither the best of the NCR nor the worst of the Legion, the courier was the man responsible for a truly independent New Vegas. He had removed Mr. House from power over the Strip and broken the influence of the NCR and Caesar's Legion in the Mojave Wasteland.
Though the wasteland became anarchic after Hoover Dam, the Boomers' display of power dissuaded fortune seekers from attempting to penetrate Nellis.
Buried beneath tons of rubble, the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel was no more. Those few who were outside the Hidden Valley bunker when it was destroyed settled into new lives, or headed west to find a new chapter to join.
After the Courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before. Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
With New Vegas's independence formally declared, Goodsprings thrived. More travelers stopped by Goodsprings on their way to and from the Strip, and the locals grew prosperous from the traffic.
Thanks to the Courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the Courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
The Kings retained their control of Freeside, and while they continued to favor the needs of locals, they tolerated the citizens of the defeated NCR.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Armed with a wide array of improvised explosives and stolen weapons, the Vault 19 Powder Gang tormented the Mojave Wasteland for years. Citizens of the NCR were favorite targets, and they always suffered the worst fates.
Prim Slim proves to be an able-minded, if not able-bodied, sheriff for Prim. And due to his slow speed, some crooks get away without a scratch. But Prim continues to prosper under his watchful, robotic eye. And so the Courier's road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.